Ever had a huge idea, a real game changer, but you just get stuck on where to even begin? Well, today, we are diving into Sprint. It's a book that came out of Google Ventures, and it lays out this proven 5-day process for tackling really tough problems and testing out brand new ideas. It's a framework that's designed to get you from a massive challenge to a tested solution, like super fast. But to really get why it's so powerful, we gotta ask ourselves,
why is it so darn hard to bring a great idea to life? I mean, you've probably been there, right? You've got this amazing concept. The whole team is pumped, and then nothing. Progress just grinds to a halt. And the reasons why are probably gonna sound pretty familiar.
Yeah, these hurdles are everywhere. Teams get bogged down just wondering where to start, or they get trapped in what the book calls the endless debate cycle. You know the one. You talk and talk and talk. You can spend months, literally months, building something, you launch it, and you're just sitting there, crossing your fingers, hoping that somebody, anybody, will actually want it. There has to be a better way.
and that really gets to the core of the problem, the whole trouble with good ideas. The old school path from a cool concept to a real launch is just, well, it's often a long, super risky, and frankly, frustrating journey. Yeah, the traditional process feels like you're just spinning your wheels. The stakes are incredibly high, the investment is huge, and you often don't get any real feedback from customers until after you've already sunk all that time and all that money into it. It's kind of backwards.
So what's the alternative?
Well, the book suggests something pretty radical. A 5-day process that basically acts like a time machine for your project.
Okay, so what is a sprint? It's this super focused 5-day process for answering your biggest, most critical business questions. It totally shortcuts that usual build then launch cycle by jumping straight to the good stuff, prototyping and testing with actual customers.
And this is exactly why they call it a time machine. In just 1 week, you can literally jump into the future and see how real people will react to your finished product before you've even really built it. You get crystal clear data and amazing insights without that massive risk and investment.
All right, so how does this whole thing actually work? Let's walk through the blueprint for the week, day by day.
And this simple drawing here does a brilliant job of showing the whole week at a glance. You can see that clear path, right? You start with a big, messy challenge on Monday, and you end up with real-world learning by Friday. Every single day has a very specific, structured job to do. So let's break it down. Okay, so on Monday, the team maps out the problem and picks a single, really important target for the week. Tuesday is all about sketching solutions. And this is key. Everyone does it individually. Instead of some chaotic group brainstorm where the loudest person wins, everyone gets quiet time to think deep and sketch out their own detailed solutions. This is huge for avoiding groupthink. Then on Wednesday, the team critiques all those sketches and decides on the best one to move forward with. Thursday is prototype day. You build a realistic-looking version of your idea. And Friday, that's the moment of truth. You test that prototype with real, live customers. Now, this concept of a facade is maybe the most genius part. You're not building a fully working product, which you can see on the left there, is a long, slow process. No, instead, you just build the surface, the illusion of a real product. And that lets you get to something you can test in a single day. It's a total game changer. And check this out, because there's a huge psychological benefit here. After you've invested just 1 day in an idea, if customers don't like it, your team is like, okay, cool, let's fix it. But after 3 months of work, you get attached. If you hear negative feedback then, your first instinct is to think, ugh, those customers just don't get it. A 1-day investment keeps you honest.
The secret is to aim for what the book calls Goldilocks quality. If your prototype is too flimsy, people won't take it seriously, and their feedback is useless. If it's too polished, you wasted a bunch of time. It needs to be just right so you get a real, genuine reaction.
So let's jump to Friday and see how this all pays off. This is where you go from a quick prototype to actual hard proof.
So, on test day, how many customers do you actually need to get meaningful data? 100? 50? The magic number is surprisingly small. It's 5.
And this isn't just some random number. There's powerful data backing this up. Research from the Nielsen-Norman Group found that testing with just 5 people, 5, reveals 85% of the usability problems in a product. After that, you just start seeing the same issues over and over. 5 interviews is all you need to spot the big patterns.
Let's make this super concrete with a real story from the book. There was this robotics company, Saviok, and they built a delivery robot for hotels. Their biggest question wasn't about the tech, it was about people.
How would a hotel guest actually react to a robot showing up at their door?
So they set up the test. A guest calls the front desk needing a toothbrush. A few minutes later, the phone in her room rings. It's an automated message. Your toothbrush has arrived. She walks over to the door, she opens it, and standing right there is a 3-foot-tall robot.
And her immediate, totally unscripted reaction? Oh my God, it's a robot! Followed by this huge smile as the robot's lid popped open to reveal her toothbrush. That one genuine moment of delight, that was pure gold.
And that's the whole payoff right there. In a single week, Savioke answered their most critical question. They learned that guests were delighted, not freaked out. Getting that same data the old-fashioned way would have taken months and months of development and a huge financial gamble.
So that leaves us with one last thought. Forget about all the endless meetings, forget the long, drawn-out development cycles for just a second. Instead, ask yourself this: what is the most important question you have about your work right now, and what could you learn if you had an answer by next Friday?